Hello everyone, welcome back to the Backmarker Steve YouTube channel. Today I'll be going over my second wheel I have, which is the Speed Max Racing F1 Hamilton USB wheel. Speed Max Racing is a Italian company. They obviously ship worldwide. Most of their wheels appear to be made to order. So there is some waiting time. I think it says on their website that this wheel comes with a 20-day production time. I don't know if mine took that long. I don't think it did. Maybe 2.5 weeks before it shipped, and then a week to get here. But yeah, this is it. It's like I said, it's a F1 style wheel. Uh, Sorry I don't have an unboxing video, but this is basically how it comes. It comes in this storage bag here, which I'm just kind of using to hold my place on the table. Um, but yeah, the bottom is obviously open. Comes with a USB 480 screen to work in SimHub. There's 12 of these buttons, 3 rotary encoders. There is no funky switch or multi-use switch, whatever you want to call it, on this wheel. It is USB connection. Does have the coil cable, which is attached inside of here. I'll open it up a little bit and just kind of show you what's going on in there. These are what they call Alcantara type hand grips with their own stitching. It's it's not bad. I mean, it's actually it's comfortable, but it's not very Alcantara like. It's more of like it's honestly more like a fine sandpaper than anything. Uh, I've I've switched to using gloves with it just because I don't want to wear it down too much, but you can use it without gloves and it's fine. The screen is 4.3 inches. Uh, it can be configured through SimHub. You can run whatever dash you want on there. The higher model one does have a strip of LED lights for shift lights up here, which I didn't really see the need in, but that is an option. On the back side here, we have my cheap eBay style quick disconnect. There is a 3D printed adapter on the back of this wheel, which it comes with. It also says on their website that it's compatible with the whole Logitech line of G25 through 920 um, wheels, as well as the Thrustmaster T500, T300, TX, TS, and the OSW, which is what this is. This is obviously a 70 millimeter pattern. Um, Again, will pretty much fit any USB type direct drive wheelbase. Um, 2 paddle shifters, pretty decent. Uh, Again, from what I can tell, looks like this is all 3D printed. The base, the arms, and then the paddles are they're carbon fiber, as well as the back plate and the front plate here they say is all carbon fiber, and then this kind of spacer in the middle here appears to be all 3D printed as well. But let me uh let me open up the back at least. We can kind of get a view of what's in there. So we'll just do that. Just these 4 bolts right here. I do have to be kind of careful opening this just because everything is well, at least the 2 shifters are attached still, but that's basically what it looks like on the inside. Um, pretty uh, pretty simple board setup. Obviously, you can kind of see this 3D printed piece flex here and everything, but again, it is what it is. They just kind of have this USB board and everything thrown in here, so again, I've never had an issue with it, but I can see where they might be able to improve just a little bit. On the back plate here, it's just a 6-bolt pattern for the 70 mil adapter. Um, Again, you could honestly put standby. Actually, I lied. That's not a 70 mil. That's actually a 50 mil bolt pattern back here, which is why I believe it says it's compatible with the Logitech and the Thrustmaster stuff. So that's a 50 mil bolt pattern on the actual carbon fiber plate, and then the adapter brings it to the 70 mil pattern that my quick disconnect is. So that's that. You can see the coiled USB cable just kind of sits right on this box, whatever this is. Again, I'm not a electronic guy, or I have no idea how these are made, but it sits right there. You know, you have your screen USB, and then obviously your board screen, your board USB for all the buttons and everything. Um, I I am a fan of this coiled cable, just well, not hardwired, but connected directly to this. If you saw my previous Turn Racing button plate, they have like a huge 3-4 inch uh, reinforced part of the cable that kind of sticks out from the back of um, the button plate, which isn't my favorite design, but I do like this a little bit better. And I mean, you could even replace that cable lever if it frays, or um, the cable over here gets you know damaged or whatever. So that's actually pretty nice if you think about it. But uh, yeah, that's about that. Well, now that I have the wheel back together and put on my wheelbase here, I'll be showing you guys a few screens and just doing a little bit of driving, and I'll give my kind of thoughts and review on this. I've been using it now for about almost about 10 months, I guess I'd say. Overall, it's held up pretty well. Um, those stickers, there's a couple of them that are kind of peeling off. Just on the buttons, the rotary encoder ones are still there. Screen still looks as bright as when I got it. Um, no real wear on the grips or anything like that. They're still hard as a rock, but yeah, uh, the stitching is still together, and no real wear that I can see on the grips or anything like that. Initially, when I got it, the right shifter um, that was loose a little bit, so I did have to take it apart and tighten up some of the screws in the underside of the back plate of the wheel. But other than that, yeah, no real uh, durability issues um, that I'm really aware of at this moment. So pretty happy with that. Um, the only thing in the future that I might be a little bit worried about is the arms for the shifter paddles. Those are actually 3D printed. So when I take the wheel off and just kind of actuate the shifters, you can see a little bit of flex in the shifter arms there. So that's slightly worrisome, but as long as I'm not panic shifting, I can't see them breaking in the near future or anything like that. The screen on the wheel is very nice. Um, it's everything I expected it would be, a 480 resolution screen, USB powered. So again, the resolution and the refresh rate aren't going to be super high, but for what I use it for, which is just my laps and my lap times, and what gear I'm in, and um, where to shift really. The dashboard I usually use has it flashes the whole dash, so I can see it kind of out of my peripheral vision. Um, but yeah, no real complaints on the screen. You do see a little bit of that flicker, um, just again from being USB powered. I believe it's something in the refresh rate and what it can output on the screen, which kind of causes it. Just a little bit of flickering, but again, it's not super noticeable unless you're sitting stationary and looking directly at the screen. So again, not that big of a deal. The buttons and rotary switches are pretty nice. I am having an issue with one of them, the one at the very bottom left of the steering wheel. I noticed when I used it for my pit limiter, whenever I would go into first gear and I think it was making a right or a left-hand turn, uh, it would just turn on my pit limiter. I don't know why. I tried steering with one hand, making sure nothing was touching it, but again, every time I I turned one of the ways, it would turn on my pin limiter. I've since switched that button, and obviously it's not an issue anymore. Um, but yeah, I use that now. I don't even think I use that for anything now. There's plenty of buttons on this wheel to basically do whatever I need. So I don't know if I'm using that button for anything in any of my games, but on ACC, I know I'm definitely not using it for anything. Um, but yeah, the rotary switches are just the way they were when I first bought the wheel, so no real complaints there. Overall, very happy with the wheel. No major complaints or anything like that. Haven't had any issues with it. I have used it quite a bit over the last, like I said, about 10 months here. Currently on their website, it's on sale right now, but the not sale price is 489 euros. So again, you can look on their website and convert it to whatever currency you're using, but I think it's like a 1-to-1 conversion rate right now for the US dollar. So it's right around there. Shipping's a little bit. And then, yeah, so again, for that kind of money, you don't really see wheels with these uh, features, I guess, at this low of a price. And, unfortunately, they kind of have to cut some corners here and there, and it is what it is. But again, it's a nice wheel. I would definitely get one again. Looking at their website right now, actually, they have some new wheels on here since I bought mine that look pretty interesting, and I wouldn't be nervous about buying anything from them again. So uh, that should about do it for today. So appreciate you watching, and leave a like, leave a comment. I'll definitely reply. I like replying to everyone who watches my videos. And yeah, have a good day. Thanks.